At the beginning of this story, we see a village being attacked by strong goblins who wanted to eliminate all the villagers. However, just as the goblins were about to celebrate their victory, the adventurer Asahi Ikusaba suddenly appeared to confront them. The goblins immediately mocked Asahi, saying that he was weak and that he had no chance against them. Asahi confidently stated that he would win and that they would regret attacking the village. Angered by Asahi's boldness, the goblins tried to attack him, but were suddenly defeated. Asahi's older sister, named Maya, appeared using powerful earth magic to eliminate the enemies. Maya cast more spells and defeated other goblins with explosions. After defeating 2 of them, she prepared to eliminate the last one, who was paralyzed with fear. The scene then shows Asahi saving a little girl who was almost hit by a car. He was seriously injured, but he could see in astral form that the girl had survived unharmed. This made him feel relieved. Then Asahi began to think about how his sister would react upon learning of his death. At that moment, a bright light appeared before him, and he was teleported to another world. As soon as he arrived, he saw a dragon and a slime monster, realizing that he was in a different world. Excited, Asahi began to explore the place and ended up bumping into a man who became angry. Asahi apologized, noticed that everyone spoke his language, and discovered a guild. Happy to have been reincarnated like in the games he knew, he tried to take a selfie with his cell phone, but realized that the device was useless, so he went to a pawn shop to sell the cell phone. The seller found the rare item and offered 500 coins. With the money, Asahi bought leather armor and a sword. Motivated by the new equipment, he dreamed of becoming a hero and facing strong monsters. Then he went to the Adventurers Guild. There, a pretty girl greeted him, and he told her that it was his first mission. The receptionist found Asahi cute and gave him a registration form. He registered as an adventurer and was told to hunt weak rabbits. As he left the city, Asahi came face to face with a dangerous wyvern. He couldn't believe that such a strong monster was chasing him. Trying to survive, Asahi ran away and hid behind a rock. He checked his stats and realized that he was extremely weak, with no special abilities. The dragon found him and tried to kill him. In desperation, Asahi summoned his sister Maya. A magic circle appeared and Maya appeared. The two were happy to be reunited. The wyvern launched a fire attack, but Maya managed to dodge it. She felt the new power she had gained in that world, concentrated fire magic in her fist, and defeated the wyvern with a single blow. Asahi was amazed and wondered why his sister was there too. He thought it was an illusion, but Maya hugged him and touched him in a strange way, confirming to Asahi that it was really her. When he asked how she got to the other world, Maya explained that he was in a coma and that, in the hospital, she heard him whispering about another world before he passed out. She suspected that his soul had been sent to this world and had hurt herself on purpose to go after him. That was how Asahi discovered that his body was still in a coma and decided to return to the original world with his sister. But he soon realized that she had no plan for this, and the two began their adventure together. Maya then eliminated the last goblin. Asahi thought she did this to avenge the villagers, but in reality she was just angry because the goblins had offended her brother. After the fight, Maya was concerned about a scratch on Asahi's face and suggested using a healing potion. He said that saliva would also work, and Maya wanted to lick his entire face. When a girl mentioned that Asahi had defeated the goblins, everyone believed him to be the hero of the village. When he returned to the guild, he was congratulated. His fame spread, and he was promoted to the rank of ogre. He was given a badge and warned that weak people who pretend to be strong often get into a lot of trouble. Frightened by the possibility of being discovered, Asahi asked Maya to hide his powers and keep the secret of who the real hero was. Asahi wanted to see Maya's stats, but she misunderstood and showed him her own body measurements. After the misunderstanding was resolved, Maya showed him her stats, but the numbers didn't show up because they were too high for the screen. Asahi was depressed when he realized that he looked like an ordinary character while his sister was the protagonist of the story. Maya promised not to show his stats to anyone, but asked to know how many moles he had on his body in exchange. Later, the two saw a group of famous adventurers who were admired by everyone. The woman at the shop told them that they were the strongest and were on their way to face the demon army. Asahi thought that defeating the demon king might be the way to return to their world, but the woman said that it wouldn't be easy. The leader of the group was called Siegfried and was of the dragon rank. Suddenly, a drunk man appeared and mocked Siegfried, causing a ruckus and destroying a merchant's shop. The villagers were afraid of him, as he was once an adventurer of the ogre rank. The woman at the shop then told everyone that Asahi was also of that rank and could face him. Everyone started to admire Asahi, who was desperate to hide his weakness. The criminal provoked Asahi, and Maya became furious. Asahi asked her not to overdo it, but she planned to torture the man until he apologized to his brother. Asahi then asked Maya to pretend that he was the strongest and promised to grant her one wish in return. So, Asahi faced the man while Maya secretly used magic to help him. Asahi pretended to cast a powerful earth magic, which was actually created by his sister, and the enemy fled in fear. Asahi was cheered by the villagers and was relieved that his secret was safe. That night, Maya made a clever wish and wanted to kiss her brother. She jumped on him excitedly. Meanwhile, a powerful demoness defeated a giant dragon. She was excited to feel the presence of someone very strong that she wanted to meet. Over the next few days, Asahi trained and managed to defeat a slime without help. Maya also appeared and defeated dozens of slimes with a single fire attack, but she was proud that Asahi managed to defeat at least one. Finally, Siegfried, the strongest adventurer, was defeated by this demoness. He tried to fight until the end, but was easily defeated. The demoness went on to look for a stronger opponent. On the way back home, Asahi gave his jacket to Maya, who was very happy and hugged her brother. The next day, Asahi decided to try a mission on his own. While doing laundry, Maya realized she couldn't feel her brother's presence and went to his room. There, she found a note saying he had gone out for a walk. So Maya threw herself on Asahi's bed and began sniffing the sheets. Then, she started acting selfishly in his room. Meanwhile, at the guild, Tanya was looking for a suitable mission for Asahi. She suggested several difficult missions that he couldn't complete without his sister's help. Later, Tanya found a simpler mission and Asahi agreed to collect rainbow mushrooms. He went to the forest and collected many mushrooms. While collecting, he saw a sign warning about the presence of dangerous bears. Suddenly, a bear appeared and Asahi ran away before it was attacked. He tried to throw a mushroom at the bear, which ended up liking it and eating the item. Soon after, the bear was hit by a powerful spell. Asahi fell to the ground and felt something familiar, thinking he had found his sister. He thanked the person and called him Big Sister, but when he realized it wasn't Maya, he immediately apologized. The person who had saved him was Kilmeria, a demon, who was happy to be called Big Sister. Asahi thanked her for saving him, but soon a whole group of dangerous bears appeared. Kilmeria threw Asahi into the air and defeated all of the bears with powerful spells. She managed to eliminate them all with a single blow, protecting Asahi during the fight. Next, the leader of the bears, known as the Bear Emperor, appeared. Kilmeria was excited to face him. The bear began preparing a very strong energy beam, and Kilmeria hugged Asahi to protect him. When the attack was fired, Kilmeria blocked it with a barrier and then launched her own attack, causing a huge explosion. The bear was completely destroyed. Asahi was amazed by Kilmeria's power and could not believe that someone other than his sister possessed such strength. Kilmeria was disappointed that her enemy was weak. After the fight, Asahi discovered that Kilmeria was one of the 6 demon generals. He was shocked, but Kilmeria told him that he did not need to be afraid, as she did not attack the weaker ones and already saw him as a little brother. Asahi then learned that Kilmeria was searching for a warrior named Asahi Ikusaba, who she had heard was very strong. Trying to sneak away quietly, Asahi dropped his ogre rank insignia, which was found by Kilmeria. She saw his name and decided to challenge him, believing him to be powerful. Maya sensed that her brother was in danger, and Kilmeria began hunting him down to fight. Asahi ran away and ran as fast as she could. Then Maya appeared and Asahi was relieved to see her, and Kilmeria immediately felt that Maya was powerful. Maya thought that Kilmeria was trying to get her brother's attention with her clothes, so Maya understood that Asahi had obtained a special power, the power of the sauce, and now mysteriously everyone wanted to marry him. The two began to argue, and Kilmeria attacked Maya, who responded with another attack. Both were surprised that their attacks did not win immediately. As usual, Kilmeria was excited to finally have met a strong opponent and continued fighting, destroying the surrounding area. Maya was hit by one of Kilmeria's attacks, but counterattacked easily, crushing the demon to the ground. Kilmeria then decided to use her strongest attack, the terrifying flame. Maya used her elder sister's cyclone attack and defeated Kilmeria. The demon accepted defeat and prepared to die. Asahi stopped Maya from killing her, and she was was surprised that he wanted to save someone who wanted to steal her purity. Asahi claimed that Kilmeria had no such intention. Kilmeria refused Asahi's mercy, so he activated his power, and in the end she was spared. After that, Asahi and Maya returned home, and Kilmeria was happy to have met the two brothers. On the way, Asahi said that he would cook dinner for her, which made Maya excited. During the meal, Maya complimented Asahi's mushrooms, saying that they were the tastiest. Afterwards, she went to take a bath and prepared to sleep with her brother, but she was irritated when she realized that he did not try to spy on her. The next day, Asahi was chased by a weak goblin and tried to defend himself by throwing a rock. The attack was futile, and a group of goblins tried to kill him. Maya appeared and saved her brother with her crushing abilities. Asahi felt lucky to have such a strong sister, but he also knew that she was self-serving and obsessed with him. After being hugged and teased by Maya, Asahi checked his stats and saw that he had leveled up to level 10. Maya wondered why he hadn't leveled up sooner, even though she had defeated so many monsters. Asahi suspected that the problem was that he hadn't dealt enough damage. Maya suggested that he attack her to level up, but Asahi didn't want to hurt his sister. He preferred to grow alone and thought of ways to learn new skills. Then Maya charged at him again, but Asahi used a new skill called Escape. Maya also had a skill that helped her hug Asahi, and he was soon lovingly crushed by her sister. After that, Asahi went to the guild. He wanted to get stronger so he wouldn't be a burden to Maya, and he considered joining an adventurer group to gain experience faster. While he was imagining what it would be like to fight in a team, Tanya appeared and asked if he was looking for a group. She explained that a team needs to be balanced and used the Balmung group as an example. This group had a powerful tank, 2 ranged fighters, and was led by Siegfried, an experienced warrior. Asahi was impressed, but Tanya told him that the group had been defeated by the demon army a few days ago. Surprised by the fall of the strongest group, Asahi began to question whether he really wanted to join a team. At that moment, he saw an altered man being threatened by criminals. They demanded money, but the man had none. Asahi tried to help by throwing rocks, which angered the bandits. When they went to attack him, the altered man fought back and knocked out 2 criminals. The bandit leader attacked, but the man blocked the blow and hit him with a punch. After winning the fight, he vomited, and Asahi realized that it was Siegfried, the legendary adventurer. Asahi brought him water, and he began to regain consciousness with the help of the boy. Siegfried thanked him, but seemed depressed. Asahi was shocked to see the dragon-ranked warrior in that condition. Siegfried said that he no longer deserved that name and revealed that he had fought a demon general, being easily defeated. He confessed that he had been arrogant and that everyone had placed hopes in him to defeat the demon king. Asahi tried to cheer him up, saying that, despite everything, he had lived many adventures with his friends. Siegfried told Asahi the truth about the experiences he had had with his former group mates. They were arrogant and treated Siegfried with contempt. He felt lonely and rarely spoke to anyone. After the battle, the group disbanded, and Asahi wished Siegfried a good day. Even so, Asahi decided to accept a mission from the guild. Suddenly, Tanya told him about dangerous wyverns that were attacking a village. Asahi thought about calling his sister, but he was immediately sent into combat. He was forced to face a group of wyverns with no chance of defeating them alone. At the most critical moment, Kilmeria appeared and saved Asahi again. He thanked her for her help, and she returned the ogre rank badge that he had lost the last time they met. Soon after, more wyverns appeared, but Maya appeared and defeated them all with ease. She had sensed that her brother was in danger. Kilmeria tried to challenge Maya, but was ignored since Maya only cared about Asahi. Maya was preparing to return home with her brother, but Kilmeria stopped them. Maya didn't want Asahi to look at Kilmeria's flashy clothes, and the girl then replied that Maya also wore flashy clothes, but Maya insisted that Asahi liked those kinds of clothes. Kilmeria concluded that Asahi was indeed a smartass. She kept trying to challenge Maya to a fight, but Maya refused. In response, Kilmeria tried to kidnap Asahi and asked him to pretend to be kidnapped. Suddenly, Maya punched her and threw her to the ground. Even though she knew that Kilmeria was not evil, Maya did not back down. The fight between the two began. During the fight, a wyvern captured Asahi and flew away with him. The two jumped into the sky and Maya defeated the creature with a lightning bolt. Kilmeria rescued Asahi in the air. After the rescue, Maya wanted to go back home, but Kilmeria wanted to keep playing. Asahi then showed off her new escape magic, which was a teleportation spell spell. Kilmeria was impressed. Then she said goodbye and Asahi was happy to see that the two older sisters were now friends. After this episode, Asahi decided that she no longer wanted to join any adventure group, as she preferred to spend time with her sister Maya. Maya misunderstood and thought he was proposing to her. In the following weeks, Asahi ran out of money to pay the rent. Tanya noticed this and offered him a special mission. The reward was a house. Asahi immediately accepted the mission, which consisted of driving out evil spirits from an abandoned house. Maya got ready for the mission and scared Asahi with her outfit. The two walked through a forest and Maya remembered her brother's childhood. She told him that he was even afraid of ghost games and that she always comforted him on nights when he couldn't sleep. Asahi said that he was no longer afraid, but he got scared soon after when lightning struck. Maya encouraged him and said that everyone has some fear. Later, during the walk, Asahi thought he was being attacked by a ghost. In fact, it was just a cat, and he ended up hugging his sister by mistake. When they arrived at the haunted house, Asahi tried to open the door, but felt a strange energy. A spirit appeared and said that it could absorb people's life energy. Maya faced the spirit without hesitation. The spirit tried to absorb Maya's energy, but she had so much power that the spirit was forced to flee. The two were happy to have a new home. Then Asahi asked her if she had any fears. Hoping to discover some weakness, she replied that she didn't have any, and he realized that she was just talking nonsense. Suddenly, she changed the subject and wanted to hunt the ghost. Asahi expected the spirit to be gone, but it was attacked by flying plates. Maya used potions to cure it. Then, a flying pillow hit Asahi and Maya used even more potions. Asahi complained that she shouldn't waste so many potions, as it would leave them without money. The ghost finally appeared, intending to fight Maya. Frightened, Asahi clung to her sister. The spirit attacked them both, but Maya countered the blow with a powerful scream. She said that she would eliminate the spirit, but it was already dead. Maya then decided to exorcise it with all her strength, which worried Asahi, as she could destroy the new house. The spirit tried to steal Maya's power and tried to possess her body. Maya resisted, but ended up being overpowered. The spirit wanted to use Maya's body to destroy the world. Asahi knew that she had to stop this or all of humanity would be in danger. He tried to use his escape magic, but failed, so he decided to save his sister by using emotional words to wake her up. Kilmeria appeared at that moment, saying that she just wanted to visit the Ikusaba siblings. She thought it was just a common fight between siblings, but Asahi told her what was happening. Kilmeria wanted to use all her power to fight Maya, but Asahi stopped her so as not to destroy the house. He accidentally squeezed Kilmeria, who blushed, so Asahi immediately apologized. But Maya got furious and released her aura. Kilmeria decided to face Maya in an arm wrestling match. Asahi was confused, but Kilmeria said that this was the only way to free Maya from the spirit. She provoked the spirit and began the fight. The two released waves of energy so strong that they destroyed the furniture in the house. Asahi hoped that they wouldn't end everything. Neither could win, so they used more force until they caused an explosion. In the end, Maya won. Suddenly, Maya attacked Asahi. He became angry, refusing to accept that the spirit would use his sister for evil. This caused Maya to regain control of her own body. Then, Maya hugged her brother and pretended to still be possessed, just to be able to provoke him. When the day dawned, she confessed that she had never been under the control of the spirit. She had only pretended to do things she liked with her brother. After that, she apologized, and they returned to the guild. Kilmeria woke up alone and realized that the two brothers had already left. A few days later, Asahi and Maya were in their new home. Asahi was excited to live with his sister without having to pay rent anymore. In the following days, the two explored Claudio's dungeon. During the mission, Asahi triggered a trap that made a giant boulder roll towards them. Terrified, Asahi tried to run away and found an escape route, but Maya remained still. She waited for the boulder to get closer and destroyed it with a powerful kick. The problem was solved and they moved on. Hours earlier, Asahi had been at the guild and learned from Tanya that a new dungeon had appeared after a natural disaster. He suspected that the cause was the fight between Maya and Kilmeria. Even so, he accepted the mission and went to explore the place alone. Maya followed him in secret to protect him. When Asahi found the entrance, Maya appeared and said she would accompany him. So the two siblings walked through the dungeon together, and Maya kept teasing Asahi along the way. Asahi was frightened and Maya said that she wanted to take a monster's head as a souvenir. Maya then asked what a dungeon was. Asahi replied that exploring a dungeon at least once in a lifetime was every RPG fan's dream. After that, Asahi wanted to show off his expertise in dungeon exploration, but he ended up activating a trap. Maya quickly protected him. After the first trap, Maya warned them that they would need to be more careful. Soon after, Asahi activated a second trap and Maya fell into a pit. Even so, she survived the danger and Asahi was relieved that she was not hurt. The two continued walking hand in hand through the dungeon. Later, Maya sensed the presence of enemies. They encountered a group of skeletal warriors. Maya prepared to defeat them, but Asahi stopped her. Maya thought that Asahi wanted to get closer to her, but he was just trying to avoid the attack so that the dungeon would not collapse. Next, Asahi tried to defeat the skeletons using his rock-throwing ability. He was immediately defeated, and Maya had to deal with the monsters with her own hands. Asahi was depressed to see that she was strong even without magic. They continued exploring and found a throne. Suddenly, small, royal bears appeared. They played together, and one of the bears approached Asahi to receive some affection. Maya asked him what he intended to do with the cubs. Asahi replied that he wanted to keep the bears' hideout a secret to protect them. After that, outside the dungeon, Maya tried to impress her brother again. Asahi asked her to stop talking nonsense. He said he wanted to have lunch at home. Maya disappeared, and a group of dangerous monsters surrounded Asahi. Even so, he managed to escape and return to the city. Soon after, a girl invited him into her house. Asahi sensed a dangerous aura and used his escape ability. The girl behaved strangely. Asahi prepared to face her, but she laughed and was amazed that he had sensed her demonic aura. The girl then revealed that she was Kilmeria. She had used a spell to change her appearance. Kilmeria asked if Asahi liked that type of girl, but he found the spell strange. Asahi asked why she had turned into a human. Kilmeria replied that she wanted to take a tour of the city with him. Kilmeria then spent the day exploring the city with Asahi. In the late afternoon, they watched the sunset from a tower. Kilmeria noticed that Asahi was thinking about Maya. She asked if they had fought. She then offered Asahi the chance to become a devil. Asahi refused because she knew Maya was waiting for him at home. Later, at the guild, Asahi reported that the dungeon was dangerous. He wanted to make sure no one investigated the place. Tanya became jealous of Kilmeria and angrily handed over the quest reward. Asahi gained more prominence, and soon all the girls started to fall in love with him. After that, he went to lunch and wanted to celebrate the day. Kilmeria thanked him for learning about the human way of life. After lunch, Kilmeria tried to leave without paying. She didn't know what money was and thought about hitting the restaurant manager. Asahi stopped her and said that he would pay the bill using the reward he had received. He explained that she had to follow human rules. Suddenly, Kilmeria started laughing and Siegfried appeared. He called Asahi lucky and Kilmeria felt embarrassed by this. Siegfried realized Kilmeria's demonic power and was frightened. He said goodbye to Asahi, wishing her a good date. That night, Asahi returned home and Kilmeria planned to tease Maya. She introduced herself as Asahi's girlfriend, but Maya didn't believe her. Maya sensed Kilmeria's demonic aura and hit her with a broom. Afterwards, Maya asked why he was late since she had prepared a delicious meal for him. Asahi felt embarrassed because he had already eaten with Kilmeria. Kilmeria used a spell to empty his stomach. She wanted to have dinner with them, but Maya tried to send her away. Kilmeria started crying like a child, so she was invited to stay. After tasting the food, Kilmeria was impressed by Maya's culinary skills. She enjoyed the meal so much that she promised to return the next day. A few weeks later, a little girl appeared at a church. Her mother handed her a magic wand, saying that she could help the hero defeat the Demon King in the future. Sophie grew up waiting for the day she would meet the hero. At another point, Asahi faced a wolf. The animal attacked him, but he managed to defeat it with his sword. Maya watched him secretly from a tree. A giant wolf appeared soon after, ready to kill Asahi with a powerful attack. Maya came out of hiding and cast an earthquake spell, saving her brother. Maya praised Asahi for being able to defeat a wolf on his own. He was disheartened because he didn't have superpowers like her. Maya saw a scratch on her brother and wanted to use a rare potion, but he refused. She had the idea of licking the wound, and he ran away. Asahi escaped from his self-interested sister, but ended up being pushed by rude adventurers. Suddenly, he bumped into a beautiful girl who fell to the ground. Asahi fell in love with her immediately. He apologized, and the girl remembered her mother's words about the hero. The girl saw Asahi's wound and healed it with magic. He thanked her for healing the scratch. The conversation was interrupted because the adventurers were waiting for the group's healer. Maya arrived and wanted to lick her brother's wound. Asahi told her about the healer. Maya was impressed and thought the girl looked like a living potion. She insisted that she could also heal him with her tongue. At the guild, Tanya asked Asahi to rescue a group of adventurers. She explained that a new dungeon had appeared in the mountains and that one group had not yet returned. Meanwhile, Sophie was running away from a monster. As her companions were being devoured, a giant plant monster appeared and attacked her. The monster tried to devour her, but Asahi managed to save her in time. Then Maya defeated the monster with her sisterly fist strike. Later, Sophie woke up and remembered that Asahi had saved the group. She fell in love with him, believing him to be the hero with infinite riz. Sophie was happy to finally have met the hero from her mother's stories. Meanwhile, Asahi was having lunch with Maya at an inn. Maya asked him why he didn't want to receive the quest reward. Asahi replied that he refused because the adventurers were too smelly. Soon after, Maya tried to impress Asahi, but Sophie interrupted, saying that she was looking for the hero. Asahi was surprised to be called a hero. Since he knew that Maya had saved the girl, Sophie asked to join his party. She said that her mother was a priestess and that she raised her to follow the hero. Asahi liked the idea of having a healer in the group, but wanted to talk to Maya first. Sophie introduced herself to Maya. Asahi was afraid that her sister would be mean to her, but she was wrong. Maya liked Sophie because she called Asahi an honorable hero. Suddenly, Sophie's old group showed up. They insulted her and demanded an apology for being useless. Asahi felt sorry for Sophie, but she fought back and confronted the adventurers. She called them losers and slowly destroyed their pride. Sophie stated that she wanted to leave the group and join Asahi's group, the hero. The adventurers then tried to beat Asahi as punishment. Maya just watched, and Asahi didn't want to fight. The adventurers were rude to him, and Sophie ended up getting him into trouble. Suddenly, Maya used pepper to block the enemy's vision. Then she attacked the adventurers from the shadows and defeated them all. After everyone passed out, Maya helped her brother escape the place. Asahi thanked Maya for her help, and she asked him why he didn't want Sophie to join his group. Asahi replied that he didn't want troublemakers on his team. Maya said that she would never cause trouble and that she was the opposite of a troublemaker. The next day, Tanya complained about the adventurers Asahi had rescued. They insulted Tanya and denied that they needed help. Tanya then offered Asahi a dangerous mission. Meanwhile, Maya and Kilmeria were in the forest. Maya tried to force Kilmeria to eat chili peppers, but Kilmeria resisted. After that, Sophie showed up at the guild. She still had a crush on Asahi and wanted to form a group with him. Asahi was gaining prominence. He was eventually forced to accept Sophie as a companion. Soon after, Asahi faced off against killer bees with the help of Sophie's healing magic. Because of this, he was able to defeat the bees with ease. Asahi became stronger and even managed to eliminate one of them with his rock-throwing ability. As he collected the items left by the bees, Asahi felt happy, as he finally felt like he was the protagonist of his own story. Suddenly, Sophie asked him why he didn't use his true power to eliminate the monsters with ease. Asahi lied in his answer, as Sophie still didn't know that Maya was the real heroine. They continued their mission and were almost finished when Sophie entered the forest and came back with a large swarm of killer bees. She thought that attracting them all at once would help to complete the mission faster. Asahi didn't want to die, so he ran to escape. Suddenly, Sophie tripped and Asahi didn't want to leave her behind. He stood before a giant bee, trembling with fear, but a huge rock fell on the creature, saving them both. Asahi was lucky that day, as he had eaten Lucky Charms for breakfast. Because of this, Sophie continued to believe that he was a legendary hero. After that, Sophie asked Asahi to rest while she took the collected items to the guild. Kilmeria and Maya appeared soon after. They were surprised to find Asahi in the forest. It was then that Asahi discovered that Maya was fighting Kilmeria and had accidentally thrown the rock that saved him. Once again, Maya had unknowingly protected him. Asahi wanted to go home with Maya and ended up forgetting Sophie in the forest. At night, the guild members left and Sophie waited for Asahi. The next morning, Asahi went to the guild and apologized when he saw Sophie still there. Then, we saw a flashback to Asahi's childhood. He was attacked by a dog and Maya protected him. Maya asked Asahi to run away. Asahi thought the dog wanted to attack his sister, but in reality, he just wanted to play. Maya was not hurt and saw Asahi crying. She understood that he was crying because he could not protect her. After that, Tanya appeared again with an emergency mission. The demon army had attacked a village, but some villagers managed to escape in time. They were hoping that Hiro Asahi and his sister Maya would appear to save them. A Cyclops general named Gigantic attacked a house, wanting to conquer the village. Suddenly, Maya appeared and killed him instantly. The monsters became scared and fled the village. However, Asahi encountered some monsters who could not escape in time. He tried to attack them with his sword, but the monsters started dancing to try to save themselves. Asahi wanted to continue the attack, but was hypnotized by the dance. He stopped the blow and hugged his sister, telling her that he loved her. Maya was very happy. Then Asahi hit his head and returned to normal. Maya tried to kiss him, but he stopped her. Maya was sad that he had returned to normal. Asahi realized that he had been hypnotized and saw the monsters again. Maya had an idea and stopped him from defeating them. She attacked Asahi and ordered the monsters to dance again. The monsters didn't understand, but she threatened them. They obeyed and hypnotized Asahi again. He acted like a little boy who loved his sister very much, cuddling up to her. Asahi repeated that he loved her again. Then he returned to normal, but Maya forced the monsters to hypnotize him a third time. She was happy that she had succeeded. Asahi complained of a headache and Maya let him rest on her lap. Suddenly, he said that he wanted to marry Maya when he grew up. Maya then imagined her wedding and her friends congratulating her. She declared herself the happiest sister in the world. However, a giant monster from the demon army appeared and interrupted her daydream. Maya was furious that they had disturbed her fantasy, and Asahi stepped in front of her to protect her. The monster mocked him and said that he was weak. Asahi confirmed this by throwing a rock, which did no damage. The Cyclops then tried to attack him, but Maya blocked the blow. She was outraged that the monster was looking down on her brother and attacked with all her strength, defeating the creature. Even so, Asahi was sad. He cried because he could not protect Maya and called himself weak. Maya tried to cheer him up and said that he had unique strengths that made him special. Asahi cheered up and promised that one day he would become strong enough to protect her. Suddenly, a meteor hit the back of Asahi's head, and he fainted. Maya thought about sending the monsters to hypnotize Asahi again, but they were also destroyed. She was depressed that he had returned to normal. Later, Asahi woke up with no memory of acting like a child. He saw Maya dancing strangely and felt uncomfortable. Maya was unable to hypnotize him, and they returned home. Maya asked him once again to tell her that he loved her. Asahi refused, but said that he had always admired her. Maya was touched and accepted that things had returned to normal. The next day, Asahi found out that Tanya had taken a day off. He was shocked to learn that she had a date. As he walked around town, he was surprised to see that she had a boyfriend. A girl came up to him, and he discovered that it was Tanya. Asahi found Tanya very pretty in casual clothes and complimented her appearance. He asked about the date, and Tanya introduced her younger brother, Roy. Asahi was surprised to learn that Tanya was also an older sister. Like Maya, Roy looked at Asahi's sword. Asahi noticed that Roy was very shy. He was surprised by the difference in personality between the two brothers and was reminded of his sister. Roy was interested in adventure stories and was happy to meet Asahi. Roy said that his sister talked about him every day. Tanya interrupted him before Asahi realized that she liked him. Roy admired Asahi as a hero, and he was embarrassed because he knew that Maya had defeated all the monsters. Tanya said that she wanted to get an escort from the guild. Roy suggested asking Asahi for help, who was afraid of being discovered as an imposter. He didn't want people to know that he was weak and was afraid that he would be punished for deceiving others. Asahi thought about refusing, but he was touched by Roy's innocent look and agreed to accompany them on the dangerous journey. Later, they traveled by carriage. Tanya thanked him for accepting. They admired Asahi's kindness. Asahi wanted to talk to Roy, but he was too shy. That's how Asahi realized that Tanya was a great older sister. Suddenly, a wyvern attacked them with a powerful fire breath. Asahi managed to save the two in time, but the coachman and horses ran away. Roy cried in fear. Tanya believed that Asahi would easily defeat the monster. Everyone had confidence in him, but he couldn't defeat the wyvern. Asahi remembered the times when Maya protected him when he was little. He wanted to protect the two and tried to attack the wyvern with his sword, but it didn't do any damage. Then he threw a stone, but it didn't work. He tried to protect the two from the fire attack. Suddenly, the wyvern exploded. The brothers celebrated Asahi's victory. After the battle, Roy was sad because he felt weak. Asahi comforted him, saying that he was also weak when he was a child. He managed to cheer up Tanya's brother. Tanya thanked him for saving them both. They started walking back to town, and Roy was happy to hear more stories from Asahi. However, the wyvern was still alive and wanted to kill the three of them. Maya appeared and stopped the attack, protecting her brother from the shadows. A few days later, Asahi returned from a monster hunting mission. He was happy to have the help of his two sisters. Kilmeria then asked him if his level had increased. Asahi discovered that he could now use light magic. After that, Kilmeria explained to Maya that this world was divided into 8 elements. Asahi commented that in a regular RPG game, the hero can always use light magic to defeat the villains. Suddenly, a bull appeared and destroyed the entire town. Asahi decided to face the bull. He was motivated to test his level 1 light magic. He chose the newly learned spell and launched an attack, but found that his light magic had no effect. As a result, Asahi began to cry, and his sisters tried to cheer him up. After that, they went out to hunt down criminals. Asahi mocked the name of the criminal gang. Suddenly, members of the gang appeared and tried to intimidate Asahi. Maya and Kilmeria attacked the two for treating Asahi rudely. Asahi stopped the two and said that they had a specific goal. Earlier, at the guild, Tanya had informed Asahi that he needed to defeat criminals who were falsifying their adventurer rank. Asahi discovered that these criminals were tarnishing the reputation of honest adventurers. However, Tanya's words bothered him, as he himself was unintentionally faking his rank. Asahi was given the mission to arrest the Dark Crisis gang. After that, he realized that all the enemies had been defeated by his sisters. Suddenly, the leader of the criminals appeared. Longbird declared that he was also an ogre rank adventurer. Asahi was disappointed to learn that someone so strong would use his powers for evil. Longbird demonstrated his strength, but Asahi was determined to face him. Sophie showed up to support him and wanted to show off Asahi's superpowers to the villagers. Asahi found himself in trouble again. Longbird attacked Asahi, but he managed to dodge. Suddenly, Longbird's sword broke and Asahi defeated him with Maya's secret help. He thanked his sister, who was so happy with Asahi's words that she immediately hugged him. Maya wanted to reward him with a warm hug. Next, we saw the gang of criminals called over. They were attacked by a maid, and the henchmen were defeated immediately. The gang leader appeared and looked down on his opponents with contempt. He tried to attack, but was stopped by the adventurer Gloria. She used an elegant move and defeated the leader with a single attack. The subordinates fled in fear. After the fight, the maid Quan thanked Gloria for saving her. Gloria then learned that the other gang had been defeated by a newcomer named Asahi. She decided to look for him to fight him fairly. Later, the villagers threw a party for Asahi. He felt guilty about not eating with Maya, but she encouraged him to enjoy the celebration. After that, Asahi discovered that goblins were causing trouble again, and that the village did not have the money to hire the guild's help. Asahi did not know how to defeat the monsters without Maya's help. Suddenly, the monsters appeared, and the villagers were sure that Asahi would take care of everything. Asahi was surrounded by many monsters who wanted to avenge their friends. A red ogre pushed Asahi back, and he realized that he had no chance. He saw two villagers being attacked. At the last moment, the maid Quan appeared and defeated the monsters. Asahi was surprised to see such a strong maid, who immediately eliminated several enemies. Then, Gloria appeared and prepared to save the villagers. She faced the red ogre with her special attack and defeated it in one blow. After the fight, Gloria declared herself disappointed in Asahi and suspected that he was an imposter for being so weak. Suddenly, a little girl appeared, claiming that Asahi was strong. Gloria wanted to fight Asahi to prove that he was weak. At that moment, the maid Quan sensed an attack and protected Gloria. Gloria thought that Asahi had caused the attack. Soon after, Gloria realized that Asahi had seen more than he should have and was embarrassed. Asahi was challenged to a duel. Maya followed her brother from afar. A few days later, the fight between Asahi and Gloria began. Asahi was desperate to find out that Gloria was very strong. All his friends wished him luck and said they would watch the fight. Asahi was terrified, but Maya encouraged him and promised to help in secret. He entered the fighting arena against Gloria. Kilmeria was also worried, but Maya assured him that she would support him. Suddenly, the maid Quan appeared from behind, wanting to cause trouble. Gloria attacked Asahi with powerful sword blows. He managed to dodge, but wondered why Maya was not helping him. Kilmeria was distressed and wanted to intervene, but Maya stopped her, saying that Asahi could win alone. Asahi tried to find a weak point in Gloria and remembered the previous fight. He devised a plan and tried to win. Gloria tried to use her finishing move, but Asahi used a spell to blind her. He managed to defeat Gloria and everyone applauded him. Gloria was saddened by the defeat, but Asahi gained infinite charisma worthy of a main character. Gloria immediately fell in love with him and blushed. Then she ran off and said goodbye. The next morning, Asahi wanted to go on a mission, but found Kilmeria upset. Maya complained that she shouldn't drink so early and reminded her that she had to take care of the house while they were gone. Asahi left for his mission, but Sophie was looking for him. Asahi was worried that she would cause more trouble. Maya tried to cheer him up, and Sophie wanted to prove that she could be useful. However, Asahi realized that Sophie was of no help at all and was shocked by her uselessness. Later, Asahi was in the forest and came across two paths. Sophie suggested that they split up because she wanted to spend more time with Asahi. He then asked Maya to accompany Sophie, since she was always causing trouble. Maya paired up with Sophie, and Sophie began to tell Asahi embarrassing secrets. Then a goblin appeared and Asahi prepared to fight. Another goblin tried to attack him from behind, but was defeated by a powerful flame. Another goblin launched an attack and exploded. Asahi realized that Kilmeria had protected him. He thanked her for her help and finally understood why Maya had agreed to form a group with Sophie. Kilmeria explained that she was not human, and that Maya had supernatural senses. Asahi was startled to realize that his sister had supernatural senses. After that, the two remembered their first meeting. That day, Asahi was being chased by a giant bear, but Kilmeria saved him. She was happy that she had learned about the love between siblings through Asahi. Suddenly, the two heard a cry for help coming from the forest. Then, Asahi encountered people who looked like zombies. He didn't know what had happened, but apparently a necromancer appeared and absorbed the souls of the villagers. He was surprised to see an adventurer before him, so he summoned an army of undead to face Asahi. Asahi managed to defeat the skeletal soldiers, but the necromancer looked down on him. He tried to absorb Asahi's soul, but Kilmeria appeared and protected him. The necromancer was surprised to see Kilmeria there. Malvasion said that he was a servant of the demon general named Utopos. He claimed that with Kilmeria's help, they could destroy the entire human city. Asahi said that Kilmeria was a kind and friendly sister. Kilmeria was embarrassed by Asahi's words. Malvasion thought that Asahi was just talking nonsense, but Kilmeria was angered. She launched a powerful attack and destroyed Malvasion immediately. As a result, all the villagers were saved, and Kilmeria said that she felt lucky to have an amazing brother like Asahi, even though they were not blood siblings. After that, they reunited with Maya and Sophie. Maya immediately checked Asahi to see if he was injured. Then, Asahi learned how the two found the rare flower. During their search, a huge boulder almost fell on Sophie, but Maya protected her. The next morning, Gloria was still sleeping while the maid Quan tried to wake her up. After waking up, Gloria got ready to carry out important tasks. Meanwhile, Asahi was in the guild being praised for defeating a necromancer. Tanya cheered him up and told him that he would soon be promoted to the golem rank. Elsewhere, Gloria watched Asahi from a distance. Later, Gloria appeared and confessed that she had been waiting for him the whole time. Asahi had too much charisma, and it made her nervous. She then called her maid to support her. As she was very shy, the two whispered, and maid Quan almost revealed that Gloria liked Asahi. Asahi misinterpreted Gloria's behavior and thought she was once again suspecting that he was faking his rank. Afterwards, they went to the forest to confront criminals. Then maid Quan asked why Gloria didn't just ask Asahi out on a date. Gloria was too shy and asked her friend for advice. She then tried to hold Asahi's hand, but ended up breaking his arm by accident. Later, she continued to try to get Asahi's attention, but her attacking style caused him a lot of pain. Even so, Asahi praised maid Kwan for always supporting the troubled Gloria, and the maid replied that he should be proud too, as he had two sisters who were equally troubled. While walking through the forest, Asahi used his light magic. Suddenly, they came across adventurers tied up. Soon after, they felt an earthquake caused by a giant tree-shaped monster. Asahi and Gloria dodged the monster's attacks. When Asahi tried to fight alongside Gloria, she got distracted because she was imagining her wedding with Asahi. Because of this, Gloria was tied up by the monster. She realized that Asahi had seen more than she should have again and, embarrassed, attacked the monster with her sword using all her strength. The monster was defeated and they returned to the city. Gloria was sad because she thought her meeting with Asahi had been a failure, but the maid cheered her up and even joked about the incident about Asahi's vision. The next morning, Asahi woke up and found Maid Kwan in his room. He learned that Maya had allowed her to enter. Maid Kwan then asked Asahi for a favor. After that, Asahi helped Gloria move to her new house. Suddenly, Maid Kwan made a joke. Gloria appeared and the family's servants tried to stop her. She wanted to go to her new residence. A butler appeared, looking similar to the character Sebastian. Asahi was shocked to find out that his real name was actually Sebastian. Gloria stated that no one would stop her from changing. Sebastian replied that he was also a strong adventurer once. Soon after, Gloria attacked him and managed to defeat him with her raw power. Sebastian explained that her father was just worried. He wanted Gloria to become a lady, but she hated tea parties. While in the carriage, Gloria felt embarrassed because Asahi had witnessed her family's problems. Asahi replied that her sister was also overprotective. In the afternoon, he found out that she had just moved to another mansion owned by the same family. Asahi then tried to lift a table, but he didn't have enough strength. He injured himself and, without realizing it, used Gloria's panties as a tissue. Meanwhile, Sebastian followed Gloria from a rooftop. He hired the dragon rank adventurer Tiger to help him. Suddenly, a powerful aura appeared behind them. Maya was also spying on her brother. They decided to return home and ran away from Maya immediately. The maid Kwan commented that Maya was even crazier than Gloria's father. Meanwhile, Gloria fed Asahi, who began to look like a pregnant woman from eating so much. Maid Kwan suggested offering him a job. Gloria imagined Asahi wearing a maid uniform and misunderstood the plan. Then Maid Kwan explained that her plan was to form an adventurer clan together with Asahi. Later, Asahi told Tanya about the idea of forming a clan. Tanya was excited about the plan because it would also increase the guild's reputation. Then Siegfried appeared. Tanya was a fan of the legendary adventurer Siegfried. Suddenly, Siegfried showed up that he only had stale bread, and Tanya was shocked to see his condition. After that, Tanya asked if Asahi had already chosen a name for the clan. Asahi had not decided yet. Sophie appeared behind him and said that she wanted to be part of the new clan. She wanted to prove to Asahi that she was worthy of being by his side. Asahi was depressed because Sophie had a higher level than him. The girls wanted to see Asahi's stats, but he replied that he didn't want to show off. They believed the lie, and he managed to keep his secret. Gloria appeared and became jealous when she saw Sophie hugging Asahi. She became sad and left. Maid Kwan commented that Gloria had no common sense and also had no friends. The reason she wanted to create a clan was to help Gloria make friends. Asahi praised Maid Kwan for being a good friend, and she blushed. That night, Maya prepared a delicious stew for lunch the next day. Meanwhile, Asahi listed the clan members and realized that they were all stronger than him. He worried that his weakness would be discovered. Maya could see that he was deep in thought. During dinner, Maya learned of Asahi's plan to create a clan. He suggested that Maya be the leader, since she was the real protagonist. Maya replied that he was wrong, because he had saved everyone and become the protagonist. Asahi was skeptical, but Maya encouraged him. She said that he was not weak and that he was the best brother in the world. A few days later, Asahi's clan was officially created. During a mission, Asahi was petrified by a monster. Maya and the other members tried to find a way to save him. Meanwhile, Asahi was still conscious and hoping not to be petrified for thousands of years. Maya tried to take advantage of the situation and wanted to kiss Asahi. Suddenly, she changed her mind and put Asahi on her bed. Maya tried to revive him with a little affection, but soon the other girls showed up and couldn't find a solution either. Then Maya had the brilliant idea of giving Asahi a bath, and all the other girls loved the idea. However, they forgot about him and decided to take a bath too. So Asahi, still conscious conscious, was shocked and confused by everything he was seeing. And soon Maya was disappointed to see that the bath didn't help. The girls said they would save Asahi and find a solution. Meanwhile, he ended up seeing them all off guard. Kilmeria was on her way to visit the Kusaba brothers, so Maya had the idea of saving Asahi with a kiss like in fairy tales. But she was soon interrupted by Kilmeria, who attacked her. Maya became angry, saying that she was trying to save Asahi, but Kilmeria replied that she could solve the petrification with healing magic and used a powerful spell. Asahi was impressed that Kilmeria knew how to use healing magic. He was saved and felt exhausted. Kilmeria let him rest on her body, and Asahi blushed. Maya discovered that Asahi had been conscious the whole time, and this embarrassed her. Kilmeria then asked to borrow some money to buy a drink. Meanwhile, Maya went to her room, and we realized that deep down she was still an innocent girl. Next, we see a beach. A couple was playing in the sea when suddenly a shark appeared and swam towards them. The woman froze in fear and was attacked by a half-human, half-shark monster. A few weeks later, Asahi learned of a new hunting mission. Tanya informed her brothers that sharks were causing trouble on the beach. Maya didn't understand why the adventurers couldn't defeat a weak shark. Asahi explained that in a magical world like that, sharks are strong and can also fly. Maya was excited about the idea of going to the beach and imagined Asahi massaging her body passionately. Later, they arrived at the beach, and Maya was disappointed to see that other girls had also joined them. Gloria wanted to have a romance with Asahi. Tanya explained that she was there because Sophie said that Asahi had disappeared. Suddenly, Quan interrupted, saying that there was a problem. Gloria had defeated all the sharks without realizing it when they got to the beach. Because of this, the monster hunting mission was completed, and the group was able to enjoy the day at the beach. Afterwards, they decided to have some fun, and Quan revealed that he had packed swimsuits for the girls in a suitcase. Later, the girls showed up in swimsuits and Asahi liked the way they looked. Maya was wearing a bikini and noticed that her outfit was not that different from the normal clothes she usually wore. Soon after, Gloria showed off her bikini and Asahi was embarrassed to see her dressed like that. Quan told Gloria that she had chosen the flashier bikini to attract Asahi. At that moment, Kilmeria appeared wearing a different bikini and was attacked by Maya, who thought her outfit was too daring. Kilmeria was irritated, since Maya also lived in revealing clothes. As a result, Kilmeria was forced to change her clothes, and Maya became angry when she realized that Asahi had looked at Kilmeria. Then, Gloria suggested organizing a sports competition. Quan announced that Asahi would be the prize, and he would have to grant the winner's wish. This made everyone excited and Asahi scared. The first competition was a volleyball game, which Maya and Kilmeria won. The second competition was to capture the flag, and Tanya won. The last competition was to break a watermelon while blindfolded, but Sophie almost hit Asahi by mistake. In the end, Maya was declared the champion. Suddenly, Tanya and Sophie were surrounded by sharks. A flying shark declared that he wanted to avenge his brothers. Gloria angered him even more, and he called for reinforcements. Asahi's group was attacked, but the girls responded with powerful spells. One of the sharks tried to surprise Asahi, who despaired and used her light magic to defeat it. Meanwhile, Gloria and Quan combined their spells and created a tornado that defeated the enemies. A shark tried to attack Maya, but Asahi stepped in front of it to protect her. He was thrown into the whirlpool, and Maya rushed to save him. Later, Asahi woke up on a deserted island. Maya was relieved to see that he was okay. Asahi then discovered that they were trapped on the island, but Maya assured him that Kilmeria would find them. Asahi decided to look for food and water, and said that he wanted to spend time with his sister. They found a river and Maya cut down a giant tree to make firewood. In the afternoon, they went fishing. Asahi had fun and managed to catch a small fish, while Maya caught a larger one. He also used his ability to throw stones and managed to catch a bird. Maya prepared a delicious lunch, and the two laughed a lot while eating. In the evening, they talked on the beach. Asahi talked about everything they had experienced in that world. He asked Maya if she liked her new life. She replied that as long as she was with him, she would always be happy. Asahi admitted that he was scared at first, but he was very happy when Maya showed up to help him. He thanked his sister for always being by his side. After that, Asahi said that he was cold, and Maya tried to take advantage of that once again. At dusk, a flying shark suddenly appeared. This time it was the Great Shark King, who was furious because his friends had been defeated by Asahi's group. Kilmeria arrived with reinforcements, and the group set out to attack. Asahi was surprised to see all his friends gathered together. He then discovered that Maya had wanted to spend a whole day with him on a deserted island. The girls watched the scene and heard all the romantic talk. The Shark King despised the humans and called his allies. All the sharks transformed into colorful hero-like monsters, looking like a fusion between sharks and giant robots. Together, they formed a huge mecha shark. Maya was furious at being disturbed and wanted to destroy the robot, so she cast a lightning spell so powerful that it split the sea. Kilmeria was impressed by Maya's divine power. Next, Maya launched a giant fireball at the enemies. The attack was so intense that the sharks turned into grilled fish and the robot was destroyed. After the fight, Maya and Kilmeria argued. Meanwhile, Asahi enjoyed the nice weather with Tanya. A few weeks later, it rained heavily, and it was then revealed that a hidden witch was responsible for the rain. The next morning, the rain stopped, but the city was flooded. A slime emerged from the water and attacked Asahi. Maya reacted quickly and cut off the monster's arm, saving her brother. However, the slime tried to strangle him. Maya and Kilmeria began to argue, and Asahi managed to free himself. They realized that the entire town was being invaded by slimes. Many residents were attacked and had to evacuate. Asahi ran to help and found Tanya being attacked. He saved her, and she hugged him in gratitude. Asahi refused the hug, but Maya told him that he watched videos with scenes like that in the bathroom. Later, they discovered that the slimes had caused a lot of damage. Asahi and Maya suspected that an enemy was behind the attack. Tanya said that Roy had gone out in the morning and could be in danger. Asahi promised to rescue him, allowing Tanya to continue helping with the evacuation. Maya planned to destroy all the slimes, and Kilmeria had the same idea, but Asahi asked them not to destroy the entire town. The two felt an evil presence. Meanwhile, Tanya helped the residents and a spell was activated. Monsters attacked the civilians, but the Balmung clan appeared in time to defend them. A fire spell defeated the flying monsters and the magic portal was destroyed, with the heroes being thanked by the villagers. Soon after, more monsters appeared through a new portal, trying to kill the humans. Roy was hiding with an injured girl. He couldn't escape alone. Asahi appeared and Roy was happy to see his favorite adventurer. Asahi praised him for protecting the girl. Together, they looked for a way out, but were surrounded by slime snakes. Before it was too late, an old enemy of Asahi's, now an ally, appeared and saved them. Then another monster attacked and Siegfried intervened. He used his sword and defeated the slime with a clean cut. Siegfried warned that the fight was not over yet, as it was necessary to destroy the slime's core. He entrusted this mission to Asahi, asking her to take him to a safe place. Meanwhile, Tanya asked the nobles for help, but no one opened the gates. Asahi found a cathedral, and there they took the injured girl. Sophie healed the wounded, even though she was exhausted, and when she found Asahi, she almost fainted. Still, she continued to help. Sophie's old companion mocked her, but she reprimanded him, irritated by the way he treated the citizens. Asahi wanted to find the slime core, but was apprehensive. The adventurers promised to protect the civilians. Tanya arrived at Gloria's family mansion. Many monsters were attacking the residents, and the witch watched everything. Laughing, Maya and Kilmeria found her and wanted to eliminate her. Gloria wanted to open the gates for the refugees, but the butler Sebastian refused. He said that his duty was to protect the property. Gloria managed to convince him and open the gates. She was happy to see Tanya, who told her that Asahi was looking for Roy in the city center. Suddenly, a monster tried to attack Tanya, but Hildebrandt appeared in time and saved her, despite seeming like a smartass. Then the two older sisters decided to face the demon General Grilligula. The witch asked Kilmeria if she had betrayed the Demon King. Then Grilligula became enraged and cast a powerful fire spell at Maya. Meanwhile, Asahi was still in the city desperately searching for the slime's core. At that moment, Gloria appeared and Asahi was happy to see the two girls again. Then the maid Quan used her skills to locate the slime's core. Soon after, she was able to track its location. Meanwhile, the witch Grilligula was surprised to see that Maya had survived the attack. Suddenly, Kilmeria cast a spell on the witch, severely injuring her with intense fire magic. Even though she was injured, the witch managed to survive the blow. In response, Maya decided to show off one of her magics. Frightened, Kilmeria quickly fled, and then Maya eliminated the demon general with a powerful attack. Meanwhile, Asahi's group tried to destroy the slime's core, but the monster moved too fast. At one point, the slime tried to hide its core in the sky. Asahi asked Gloria for a favor, who readily agreed to help him. So Gloria threw him high into the air so that he could reach the core. When the slime tried to move the core down, Asahi threw a rock and managed to hit it. With this blow, Asahi defeated the legendary slime monster and fell towards the concrete floor. Maya flew to him immediately and managed to catch him before he got hurt. All the townspeople and adventurers were saved. They celebrated, and Asahi was left wondering where the slime had gone. The monster disappeared into a hole along with the defeated enemy. That night, Asahi was promoted to golem status. Everyone decided to celebrate his victory and ate the homemade dishes prepared by Maya. After that, the girls wanted to reward Asahi and started fighting among themselves. Later, Asahi met Maya outside and thanked her for being a great big sister. She blushed and tried to get closer to him, but suddenly, Gloria started crying and all the other girls also wanted to kiss Asahi, who was now called the Wish Boy by them. And so we finish the first part of this story.